Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? Grab that coffee. You're gonna need it. Maybe a snack or two. Preferably peanut butter cookies, but that's just my preference. And let's get into it, okay? So, let's talk about this first, okay? First, it hits your soul every time, every sip. I don't care who you are. So after destroying the baby formula market, because let's be honest, it's been destroyed, and we've had to look for DIYs and things like that just to feed our children. And it's crazy that we've had to revert back to doing things like this, but I've said so in the past, and I'm going to continue to say this. Let's continue to stock up on products to continue to make DIY baby formula, because even if this problem is fixed by their standards, who's to say that it won't happen again? So let's continue to go by these recipes and continue to stock up on those ingredients. Okay, and don't listen to the naysayers that are going to say, your children are going to get sick. No, they're not. Not if you use real organic ingredients that are healthy for your kids. Okay? So, Potato's FDA head says the firm that he shut down for 3 months can open now. Yeah, on his word. They can open now. Yeah. And they shut down Abbott's Sturgis formula plant 3 months ago. And the firm that owned the plant refuted claims that its formula was to blame for the deaths of 4 babies that used its formula. And the firm investigated the causes of those babies' deaths, and none were related to the formula. Really? All right. Well, let's take that with a grain of salt. Okay, because you really can't believe anything that comes out of any of their mouths anyways. So Abbott Laboratories said it reached a deal with the FDA to reopen its Michigan plant, but it could take 2 months before products hits the shelves. In 25 states, 40 to 50% of the baby formula is out of stock. In 5 states, 50%, over 50% of the baby formula is out of stock. So in the meantime, the Biden regime is happily supplying baby formula to the southern border and telling Americans to call their doctors if they can't find baby formula. Stick to the plan and continue to make your own baby formula, please. Okay? Our grandparents did it. Our great-grandparents did it. We all survived, did we not? And we're all healthy, are we not? So, Abbott, they announced that after FDA approval, Abbott could restart the site within 2 weeks. Yay. From the time to restart it would take about 6 to 8 weeks before product is available on the shelves. And Abbott will continue to import formula from FDA registered facility in Ireland to help alleviate near-term supply shortage. So now our baby formula is going to come from Ireland. Didn't we just get stuff in from Australia from that single mom who has her own business? But are we not doing that anymore? Now we're going to be getting it from Ireland. Do you see what I mean? Oh. Come on, man. And the CDC, they concluded its investigation with no findings of a link between Abbott formulas and the baby and the illnesses. Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Wake me up with these little Kit Kat bars. So, onto this. This email came in. And she said, I was watching Popular Preparedness today, and a subscriber whose husband is in management from a major grocer. And she said that with the shipments that they're getting in, that were on the tankers and cargo ships, they are seeing a big rise in nests and mice and rats that are in the cardboard boxes. So heads up, make sure you're not bringing rodents in. Unbox if you're buying in bulk. Thank you for that heads up, hon. Thank you. Because, gross. And then this was brought to my attention, but I think I already knew about this, but just in case you don't know about it, here it is. If you get SNAP EBT food stamps, okay, including eligible, all retailers and eligible like farmers markets who sell seeds and plants to SNAP participants, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture website, you can buy this stuff. You can buy seeds and edible plants, okay? So you can start growing your own food, all right, by using your food stamps EBT SNAP, okay? So this email came in with a link, and I'll leave the link in the description box below, like I always do for you guys, okay? And she said, I found a website that searches ethanol-free gas, and you can search by state and cities, and it also searches in Canada. And you can see comments with dates from people that shopped at those stations, but I would call to verify the octane and that it is ethanol-free. She said, I bought 4 gallons. It came in a 4-pack of a product called Lucas for gasoline. Yeah, another subscriber, he had sent me an email talking about Lucas, and he sent me a picture, and I had put that in a video. And also in the description box below, there's a link to it's in my Amazon storefront, okay? And everything that I have bought for my preps, everything that subscribers have bought for their preps, what I do is I put that product in that Amazon storefront, so everything is in one place, so you guys can go and say, okay, so here it is, so now I could purchase it. It's all in one place, so it's easier for you guys to find, okay? And that Lucas for gasoline is in that Amazon storefront, okay? And it's always going to be in the description box below. So, if ever there's any kind of product that's ever spoken about in any of my videos, you can always just click on that link and just look for it. You'll see like a bunch of pictures and stuff like that, and you'll see it, and it'll say, the Lucas gasoline stuff. Okay, just click on it, and it'll bring you to the page, and you could just buy it. Or sometimes I think you can also just click on it, and you could purchase it right then and there. So, it's just easier for you guys, so you don't have to go and try and look for it yourselves. I did all the homework for you, okay? Because I want things just to be easier for you guys, okay? So you don't have to worry about it. So she goes on to say, which helps clean up impurities, etc. Right, exactly. And the comments on Amazon say old cars run better and get more miles per gallon. Exactly. So that Lucas stuff is going to be one of my payday preps. So I highly suggest it. I really do. And she said, so I'm sure it will fix the ethanol stuff they add, which causes starting problems. It does. It does. Oh, we're going to be getting hit with a bad storm tonight. It does cause starting problems in the car, even in the newer cars. So, and hesitations while you're driving. Yes, sir. It sure does. That ethanol is bad for your car. I don't care. Ethanol will eat up your gas lines and seals, etc. So this stuff works according to all the good comments. Yes, it does. So I highly suggest you guys stock up on it. So go to the description box below. Click on that Amazon link and it'll bring you right to that storefront. You hear that? We're going to get hit. Big time. And get that stuff, that Lucas for gas stuff, please. Okay? Save your engine, save your gas tank, save your gas line, save your gas seal, save everything in the car. Because otherwise you're going to be paying a hefty bill just to fix your car because of this ethanol in the gas. So, then this. Okay. This email came in. She said, hey, I just wanted to give you some more info about the trucks that were stealing the fuel. Yeah. This is going on, not just in the Tampa Bay area where I live, but it's going on everywhere, and it's crazy. And I, for the life of me, could not figure out how this was even being done. And the first thing I thought was inside job. Had to be inside job, right? And she said, I used to work for 7-Eleven third shift. We had a guy in a white Ford pickup steal a lot of fuel last year. And what they were doing is breaking into the pumps and messing with the gears that control the fuel flow. It slows down the flow, so it only charges like $5, but pumps a lot more gallons. They would pay the small amount on a stolen credit card. Oh, so that explains it, you know? And I'm not saying that some of these aren't an inside job, but for months we had problems with people doing this. And someone also broke into the underground fuel tanks. No. How in the hell? By parking a large van over them. And according to the police, they had accessed it from the inside of the van and had a hole in the floor and the fuel tanks inside. The police said that there are several of these groups hitting different stations all over the place, and this was before Potato decided to screw up the whole country. I know you won't say my name. Oh, no, of course not. I'm not going to say your name. Oh, my God. No, I would never do that. Your privacy is valued here. I would never do that. So, on to this. I'm going to put up some pictures because this subscriber said, this idea is for water storage. And it was mentioned on Linda's Prepping Kitchen. I'm guessing that's another channel. And she said, if you buy a used food grade IBC on eBay and pick it up, you can get one or two very large or very, very cheaply. And they look really large, really, really big. Wow. Hold a lot of water for water storage. You will need to buy a black cover. This prevents algae. Yes, I know. And the covers are sold on eBay for $30. I'm hoping to find this in my area. The empty container weighs 100 pounds. Yo! That's not bad. $67 for that. Wow. So now I'm going to put up some screenshots that were sent to me by a subscriber. Okay. And the first one says, I was at the gas pump Saturday. And while I was standing there, I saw a very old man in a beat up van proceeding to put $6 in his tank. Before he drove away, I asked if I could fill up his tank for him. He almost cried. It broke my heart. We must take care of our elderly. Yeah, you're right. You know, it's this, gas price thing. It's killing everybody. It really is, especially for our elderly because they live on such a tight budget. It's terrible. So on to this one. It says, I just got a letter from the FDA. I can no longer take my Black Angus to the slaughterhouse. They will pay me $2,300 per head to destroy them. This is unreal. What? Do not destroy them. All because they say so? Now this one. NBC. Nearly 2/3 of the United States are facing potential summer blackouts and failed power grids as the potato administration continues to force electric vehicles and other new green mandates. Jesus, Mary Lou. You know, I can't. It's just terrible. So, I can't even. So this one says, I work in a grocery store and the vendor is refusing to deliver to us because we aren't ordering the minimum. Problem is, it's the usual order, but half of the products are out of stock. So is that our fault? My boss is really pissed. He's trying to order more from the other two vendors we have. It's totally crazy. Stock up now and pray really hard. Yeah. The other one says, California passed a law. It's at the Supreme Court now. But it will put all lease purchase truck drivers out of work in 8 to 11 days. Depending on the outcome of this decision, thousands of truck drivers will be unemployed. The law is AB 5, but it also affects other contractors as well. As if we don't have enough to worry about with the supply chain. Now, thousands of truck drivers could possibly be out of work because of this. So on to this now. A subscriber wrote in and she sent me 2 pictures and it's of chicken. She said, this happened to my neighbor in Greenwood, Indiana. I bought a large package of chicken wings at Walmart in South Meridian, 135. When I got home, I took notice that the price of the chicken wings has gone up. When I opened the package, I could smell the stench of bad food. Oh no. Oh, that's so gross. What the heck? She said, I returned the chicken to the store and asked to speak to the manager. I stated, yes, chicken has gone up considerably in price and they don't sell like they used to. It happens. Lesson I learned, pay attention to the price marked on the item and stick your finger through the package to smell food contents before purchasing. It'll save you time and $10 in gas to return rotten food. $35 for chicken wings, and there's maybe a dozen chicken wings in there. Okay, so before I go, you're going to need a sip. So this subscriber, she wrote it. And she said, so watching other videos tonight, I had a thought. And the question came up of, when SHTF happens, will the border be an issue? I don't know. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. I mean, the border is an issue right now. But in an SHTF situation, will things change that much with the border? I don't know. I mean, you know, when SHTF happens, it's going to happen here. It's going to happen everywhere. So, you know, I can't really honestly answer that, you know. And she said, of course, the standard answer came up, yes, and the benefits they receive as well. Okay. But that's just one person's perspective, you know. And she said, I have a different take on that, and I thought I would share it with you in the community. Don't take me wrong. No, okay? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone's entitled to it. And, you know, it's just, this is a free country. Well, in this community, we are allowed freedom of speech. We are entitled to our own opinions. Okay. She said, I think they need to come legally first and foremost. Well, sure. You know, this country was built by immigrants. My family is from Sicily, but they came here the right way, And she said, but I can understand the reason behind it. If you look at South America, Venezuela, Brazil, they are having huge issues with crime, inflation, food shortages, etc. Right. And she said, and it's been going on for a while now, as is the rest of South America. You have discussed the issues yourself down there. Yeah, I have. She said, if you look at what the people from South America think of the USA, what comes to mind? The USA has so much food, and the government gives their people money to buy food. We should go there. We will be better off. Oh, okay, you're talking about food stamps. Well, right, but not everyone, let me say this, not every American qualifies for food stamps, SNAP, EBT. How long have the people of the world seen our food abundance? Years? No, I say decades. This mindset has been pushed for decades. Why do they come here? Better life? At least in the past, this was their thoughts, right? The American dream. What was the American dream when we were growing up? Owning a home, the white picket fence, 2 kids, getting married, having the dog, and the career, possibly going, your husband being in the military, you're a stay-at-home mom. I'm thinking, from a woman's perspective, being a stay-at-home mom, a housewife, having dinner on the table every single night for your husband, taking care of the children, this, that, right? That's the American dream. Right? That's what was instilled in me and my sisters when we were growing up. So I'll go on. And plenty of food. These things any person living in the conditions they are would want to leave behind. We would do the same thing in a smaller degree. How many people moved out to places where they can grow food lately? I only wish I could. Understanding this and looking at the current caravan, it is mainly people from south of Mexico where they believe all the issues are at. Will this be a problem? Immediately when they first arrive, yes. However, this is where I differ. What happens when these people go to the store and the shelves are just as empty as they were at their home? All the travel to find themselves no better off. I believe when the shelves at the grocery store are empty, a realization will come to grips with them when they were lied to. And we are not a country that can feed the world. And at a point, most will decide to go home. True, but their home is like a socialist country. They still see us as a free country. Their countries are run by people like Maduro. They're literally used to, being, the crime is so bad, they don't even have, and their living conditions are so bad that they don't even have electricity every single day. They maybe have it for a few hours a day and then it gets shut off. They don't even have running water. They don't have any, we at least can say, okay, well, we are prepared. Those of us of the prepared mind are prepared for rolling blackouts to some degree. A lot of us, we are somewhat prepared to a certain degree for water. We have either wells, a great stockpile of water on hand. We have water catchment systems, things like that. They don't. Why? They're not allowed. So she goes on to say, will they get benefits at first? Probably. But when there is no food at the grocery store to buy, what good are those benefit cards? Right. Well, hang on. She said the world will get an awakening when we are out of food at the stores ourselves. I might be wrong and I might be right, but in the end, we say it all the time to each other. Is it worth it? To those leaving the countries in South America, they think yes, but their minds might change once they see the truth of what's going on here. Right. Okay. So, we're seeing a lot of shortages. Okay. We're seeing, and we've all come to the conclusion that it could be the elites filling in their bunkers with this, that, and the other. Right. And I had made a joke in an email with one of you guys. I said, what's next? Dove ice cream bars so the Lush can have her, her Dove ice cream bars in her bunker. And, it's one of those. And, could they be filling bunkers, because they want these illegals here? Could they? I don't know. Could they be filling in these detainment centers with this food just to feed them so they can have their way of life and screw the Americans? I don't know. And to sit here and make an assumption, I'm not going to do that because that'll make an ass out of me and you. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to do that. But it's just funny how, it's all coming to a head here, But, sit and stew on this. Sit and stew on it and really think. Because she makes a lot of good points in her email. She really does. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.